is no efforts, there is no struggle, but that I'm free, risk-free. And if he takes money and on the way somebody snatched and he lost, but he has to pay me 120. So there is no risk for myself. So that is why Islam says it is not allowed. On the mortgage, indeed Islam does not allow. What is in the mortgage? In the mortgage, bank offer money. That this man want to have a house and he will select that this house is very good, I want to buy. And he will approach to the bank and bank say, okay, on your behalf, we will pay money to the owner and you will return us, suppose 10% more than the capital amount. So the transaction is on money. There is no, the bank has no concern about the quality of house and whatsoever, and he has to pay the extra. In Islamic banking, the situation is different. As I mentioned, there is no trading of money to money. Islamic banking used to deal like this. The bank buy the house first. So the owner is bank, not individual. Okay. Now they have made, Islamic bank has made the contract to the individual. Okay, you take this house from us and we have bought for you, but we are the owner. You take from us on the rent. If you will complete 99 installments, then on the last installment we will pay, we will give this house in this amount. So both are different. The first, in the conventional mortgage, the bank is not the owner of the house. In Islamic banking, the bank are the owner of the house. In today's situation, if somebody, some banks, they have a house in their pool. So if they want to give on installment, that is allowed in Islam if it is the fixed. If it is the fixed terms, that suppose in the current market value is 100,000, the bank give on installment 150,000, it is allowed. So Islam says, like a gold, I have an old gold, I want to buy new gold. No one will exchange equally. So the way, one way is, if I give, suppose I say this is 10 gram old gold, you give me 8 gram new gold. So it is the interest. It is not allowed. But another way, if I sell this 10 gram gold, suppose with 10,000, and I buy the new gold of 8 gram with 10,000, it is allowed. So there is a way, different way to make this transaction halal.
So can you speak about the sharing the loss if the house that I bought from the Islamic bank was set on fire or something? Do the bank share the loss of the individual who purchased that?
No, it belongs to the bank. It belongs to the bank.
Even if I pay, so how about the money that I paid for 6 or 8 months or whatever? So it's both lost.
Because it, as per rule, you are paying the rent, not the money. But you have the understanding that the last installment would be the price of the house, and you will buy. So, in fact, this thing is to make the current situation Islamized, you can say, the things Islamized. So directly involving into riba, you are avoiding that, and another situation was created so that intention is both, but intention, it is the need of the time, because I cannot pay the whole amount at lump sum at one time, so I have to take, but I cannot involve myself into the interest, so this is the way to help the house. So Islam also gives the way how to achieve your goal. Yes, please.
So, if you view it in a purely economic situation, so for example, there are two home buyers. One is Muslim and another is not. So both of them want to take a mortgage. So for example, because for the you got to make the transaction halal, you got to make the bank buy the house first, and then in the end of the day, the bank got to transfer the house back to the home buyer. So actually, the transaction cost is higher for the Muslim home buyer.
Maybe.
So in the end of the day, the bank will charge all those extra fee to the home buyer.
Yes.
So because the story is not yet to a non-Muslim home buyer who can get the typical mortgage, so the bank will charge him less. So it seems to be that the Muslim home buyer is disadvantaged compared to the non-Muslim home buyer.
It can be, you are right. As here we see, if you are going to buy the meat from an ordinary shop, you may get the mutton $50 per kati, and if you want to buy from the Muslim, they will sell you about 100 kati because they have slaughtered whatsoever. So sometimes it is difficult for the Muslim that they are paying more. But one of the condition is also like if there is a fixed time that I will pay you the installment, like I am buying the motorbike or the car with installment, and I have fixed 100,000 suppose. But in the conventional bank, if you have delayed to pay the installment, then they charge some interest. But in Islamic transaction, it is not allowed, because Islam does not allow to charge an amount against the period. Against the period, it is not allowed. But if in the beginning, if both parties are agree and decided to make the transaction, to make the trade, whatever the amount, both are agreed. As you go to the market, and the same thing, one shopkeeper says that I will give you this watch with $100. Another shop says 150. If you buy from both, for both it is okay. If they are Muslim, although one is charging more money, but because to whom you are selling, he agreed, so it is allowed for both. The same, if you have fixed in the beginning that the person who are taking, he says that I will pay in a 15 month or 20 month, then it is allowed. But if someone has problem, could not pay one or two installment and he delayed, so Islam says you should not charge more. But the conventional bank will say no, we will charge because you have delayed and that is the based on interest. Islam says Islam has not only set on the basis of the rules, regulation. Islam also the religion of ethics. So Islam says you should take care the needy people and they should not be exploited.
There are 6 sunnah money.
Sunnah?
Sunnah monies, which were used.
Yeah, you have heard Dr. Hussain lecture? Imran Hussain.
So, even
Yes,
for salt,
yes.
even for salt, we cannot.
Yes, salt, gold, silver, and dates, rice, and commodity.
Barley.
Yes, barley. Yes.
All of them must be.
Equal, yes. In fact, that during that days, and even today's also in our village areas, like when you need to grow the wheat, so you take the seed and you say that please give me 40 kg. When I will get the crops, then I will give you 60 kg. So these kind of transaction was in practice, and still in some areas it is practice. Islam does not allow.
This is not.
It's not. You can make the transaction like in this time there is not much allowed. But the transaction of the wheat with less or more, it is not.
Regardless of quality.
Yes, yes, yes. Yes.
Some of country, I think, Pakistan, Bangladesh, India, they have land, so they are given to developer. And when developer buy a building, they take 60% or 50%. Is
Developing in the
land.
for what purpose? For what
But then like a high stress building,
building
then the developer say, okay, you give me 60%.
of construction?
Whatever like it.
That is, I don't know. Problem.
It has to be decided in the beginning.
Yes,
like
yes.
the one-
It should be clear. Yes.
If I have a agri land in any Islamic state, can I give it to another person who can grow the crops, and can I receive money from him in advance?
There are
Not sharing in crops, not sharing in
fact,
giving the
this,
seeds.
This is a topic that is debatable, and there is a dispute whether it is allowed or not. But according to the two scholars of Imam Hanifa, Imam Yusuf, Imam Muhammad, they say it is allowed. But Imam Abu Hanifa himself does not allow, because this is again maybe you will not get anything, but you are receiving the money. So, but if you are taking the benefit from this land and you can give as a rent, you can give it the piece of land on the rent, maybe you can utilize as a parking, or you can utilize to keep the animals in this piece of land, so it is allowed. And according to Sahibain means the scholar, the two students of Imam Hanifa, Imam Yusuf, Imam Muhammad, they say it is allowed, because just like you give the house to someone for rent, the land you are giving on rent, and he will get the benefit. So, the fatwa is on that point.
Between in Islamic state,
Yeah.
we can rent out our house. It
Yes.
is allowed.
Yeah, again, this is some scholar does not allow, but few. I can talk on the majority. Majority allows.
So you can get the question. What was the renting?
Renting of land. Renting of land. One scholar says it is not allowed. It should be based on sharing. Like if you give to a person who will work and who will make the efforts, you can fix 40%, 60%, 50%, according to the condition of the land and the resources. If there is a water available and there is not much efforts needed to growing the crops, then you will pay to the owner higher. If there are a lot of efforts required, you may give him whatever you receive 20%. But it cannot be fixed. Suppose I am giving you this piece of land and you have to make struggle and you will pay $100. If suppose after making efforts and everything you get only 80, so you are paying 20 more from your pocket, and so your efforts is wasted. So to protect a worker's situation, Islam, some scholars says it is not allowed to give on the rent. It should be given on the sharing basis.
What I understand from your lecture, in Islamic state or in an Islamic system, human being effort is more valuable than the money.
Indeed.
Does Islam tell us how much land?
This is again disputed among
There's no question of
this is the disputed, but one thing is confirmed. If the ownership